Hello friends, welcome back to the next episode of Basic Up Season 2. If you're new here, check out Season 1 where I was actually starring in, and you're going to have a lot of fun with that. Otherwise, check out this next episode. Let's get into it.
Back in high school, I guess I used to be kind of an idiot, and I don't know, just the way I acted and stuff. And the people I used to hang out with and stuff, I would never hang out with them now, but I don't know, it's because they were idiots. And I guess I was an idiot back then, but not so much now.
You will go through that when you're just starting off and you're starting off your new career in the Canadian Air Forces or any military branch whatsoever. And yeah, a lot of guys are young and you're going to be very immature when we first start off. But I do absolutely 100% agree with him, is that when I joined, I was just like, I thought I knew everything. I thought I was the coolest person ever to ever show up. And none of my friends ever joined the military. And I really quickly realized how immature that I was, how immature my existing friends were from high school and from college. And then once I started going through the years, I just stopped caring, really hanging out with them. It's like I never found them to encourage, challenge, and motivate you. And it was just no longer worth my time to necessarily be best friends with those people, and kind of like grew and adapt. Doesn't mean that they're bad people. So I found that most of my friends now were no longer 18 years old. They're now like in their like late 20s, early 30s, even up to 40s or even higher, and I had a lot more common ground with them than anything else. So you're going to get a lot of maturity when you get through your training and your courses.
Yeah, they used to have races with the APCs.
Not too much beer, they stick in a water can in the back.
Picking up.
And you stop moving around, right?
So those are the elevators at St. John, Quebec, and you're not allowed to use them as a cadet or as a recruit. And if you get caught on that, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You have no choice. You have to go up and down the stairs every single time, every single break, every single meal. Whenever you're like doing any PT, that kind of stuff, you have to use the stairs only. If you ever get caught using the elevators, majority of the time, anybody who did get caught, their entire platoon will be in trouble for that, and losing the weekends, that kind of stuff. So don't get caught in the elevators.
Hey, Bob, turn! About turn. Hey, Bob, turn!
Second week, one is me.
Does Barrett out?
Okay.
Why you have your key inside your
Hey,
head?
now.
Yes, sir.
About turn. Out. Why you have your key inside your then?
You know how the book works?
Remember.
Just put on top.
Okay, you learn how that works and everything?
Hey, Bob, turn.
Okay. Okay, you got the string hanging out here.
Get strings in the back of your uniform, the length on your brain. Hey, Bob, turn. Take me in section.
Hey, Bugs, turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Bug, turn. Okay, let's go. About turn.
So again, we talked about this in a later episode, or one of the last episodes. So these epaulets down here, they indicate what week that you are during your basic training. So they're on week 3. So again, you go all the way up to week 12, maybe 13. I was 13 weeks. We were kind of like new for that. I can't recall how far they go up anymore, but that's over 3 weeks of training just to get through basic training alone before you get into your respected field. And then you got to go through soldier qualification and then get into your trades course. So that depends what unit you're going to be part of after that, or what trade you're going to be part of. If you're going to be infantry, armored corps, artillery, air force, paramedic, like all that kind of stuff. So it will dictate your future, which direction you're going to go. But for basic training, this is where you're at right here. It's just going to identify how long you've been in for basic training.
Private Gordon, how you doing this morning?
Well, Sergeant.
Good. Hey, Bug, turn.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thread on the left-hand sleeve.
7.
Combat. Hey, Bug, turn.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Permission to recover, Sergeant. Permission granted.
Permission to recover, Sergeant.
Permission granted. Thread on your shirt. Long sleeve shirt.
Sergeant.
Buttonhole. Fourth one down. Locks improperly spaced. 25 push-ups.
Sergeant.
How you doing today, Private?
Proud to be here. Proud to serve for Queen Country, sir.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Have you ever seen one of these before?
Yes, I have.
11,
Where
12,
have you seen one of these
13,
before?
14,
My lockers.
15,
In your locker.
16,
How
17,
did I
18,
get this?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Permission to recover, Sergeant.
Permission granted.
46, sir.
I just asked the private if he ever seen one of these before. Yesterday we did a surprise inspection, and what happened? He left his locker unlocked. So it got a pair of legs and got up and walked away. Next time, secure it properly.
Thank you, Sergeant.
40, 50, 50. It's all the dirt. 50, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. Good, Dad. 4, 45.
Oh, that's nothing.
Permission granted. Material lock.
What does he do?
Thread on his shirt.
What do they do for when they have to swipe? There's no more. I wonder what they're doing.
Their hands, Sergeant?
No. They must like somebody there that they could, hopefully. Okay?
Good turnout. Take 25 push-ups. We're now going to go upstairs to the female lockers. This had to be a very, very quick inspection. What happens at the beginning is we give them 2 periods. Now we're getting down to the point that they're starting to understand what's going on, what they're doing. So what we do now is we start doing a shorter inspection, and we talk to the staff to see what we're going to be picking up for today's inspection. So we concentrate on more of the finer details.
So you weren't told this when you're going through the process of like in the basic training. You were just assuming that everything was just going to be chaos and that they're never going to pick things or they pick things at random. But eventually you did realize there was an agenda. They were going to pick something specific. It was going to be boots today, and then maybe the next week or tomorrow it would be like strictly about t-shirts or like PT gear, that kind of stuff. And then they would just move off to the next thing. Grill everybody for it, make you do your push-ups, get you down to your next course, and get you moving along for the rest of your day. So it got easier over time, but like he's right, it did get more regimented in your mentality to have things squared away, and also have your buddies help you out before they actually came up for inspection as well.
Go down this way. Right turn. What is that on your uniform?
I'm not sure. I've watched this before, Sergeant, and it's not coming
Did I
out.
tell you to move?
Sorry, Sergeant.
You're at attention.
Yes, Sergeant.
You can explain things without moving. A boat turn. Okay, format not set up properly. This goes on the bottom. You see the pictures up in the front?
Yes, Sergeant.
That's where it goes.
Yes, Sergeant.
Follow the pictures, you can't go wrong. Dirt on the bottom of your running shoes. Ah. Buttons undone on long sleeve shirt. Bed not 12 inches. Lock's not equal. 25 push-ups. Do it in your cubicle.
One,
Left, turn.
3, 4, 5,
Threads on the front of your uniform.
7,
About turn.
9, 10,
Come on, Coates, I know you can do it. About turn.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Where's your sheet? Same thing.
18,
This one does not go on the top, it goes on the bottom.
20, Sergeant. 21, 20.
So the sheets are basically to indicate how big, and almost like a little bit of a marker for how big the shirts are supposed to be when they folded. I compressed all that stuff. I don't remember any of that stuff whatsoever. It's just something that you kind of just forget about over time. And once you get through basic training, nobody cares anymore. As long as you show up on time with your gear and everything's clean and squared away, they expect you to perform your daily tasks.
Dirt on the bottom of your running shoes.
23,
Come on, Coates, I know you got 2 more in you.
25. Permission to recover, Sergeant.
Permission granted.
I feel like she was just counting with nobody actually watching her, but you never know.
Thread up on your epaulet. Private Coates, start getting ready for the day.
Yes, Sergeant.
Boots, improperly laced, improperly secured, tied down. See the difference?
Yes, Sergeant.
Bert Duhane? Good. Make it so. Locks totally out of place. Private Duhane and I had a discussion last week on one of our inspections. She did not clean out her locker properly, and she had what we call a dust bunny. So she now has a new dust bunny, okay? She was told to feed it, make sure that it survives, and it would not die. So this is her way how she's looking after her dust bunny.
They can mess with you all day long. I had this guy, and I think I told this story before, but he literally just kept on screwing up again and again and again. And he came to the point where he was polishing like a 3-pound sledge, a shovel, a rake, everything else under the sun, just kept on screwing up and not caring. And it became to the point where he started to actually need assistance to get this from one location to the other. So if your course was, let's say, or if your actual building was across the way from the mess hall, they actually had to get him a wheelbarrow so he could put his 3-pound sledge and his rake and all that kind of stuff inside the wheelbarrow. And the wheelbarrow also had to be spotless. And on top of that, march towards the mess hall. So just those like kind of things, you can kind of mess with people throughout your entire training. And that's kind of part of the fun of it all.
Good initiative.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Do you have your stuff ready for right afterwards? Long PT, short PT, swimsuit, shower kit,
No.
CC bag, and jacket.
That's what we have to get ready.
That's what you have to get ready. We have to be at the green lockers at 8 o'clock.
Double bag.
Your kid bag is going to have your long PT, your short PT, your swimsuit, your towel, your shower kit. You're also going to have your CC bag and your jacket. Your CC bag and jackets are going to go in your lockers, your green lockers.
Yes. Yes. Good initiative.
Pablo!
He's a SIN number now.
Did you make you memorize it?
No.
That's beautiful.
He said good initiative though. So
I heard him.
Do you know what they all call us? The Hollywood platoon now. The Hollywood platoon? Because all these guys follow us. Oh, they were now Hollywood platoon.
So what they're doing right now is called circuit training. So each interval you do something different. So let's say one, you jog around and then you stop, and then you're going to do like, let's say 10 push-ups, get up, run another lap, and then you're going to do maybe like 12 arm crunches, do another lap, and do push-ups, sit-ups, that kind of stuff. So it's all interval training. I love this kind of training. It's always really good to get the heart rate going, but also gives you a little bit of a break as well, and really brings up your ability to like get that core training and the strength training, as well as like endurance on top of it.
It was hard, but it's designed to get you in shape. Like at the time, you're sweating, you're working, you're running. Afterwards, you feel good. I mean, you feel good that you're doing something.
Shower feels real good.
It felt really nice when they said stop and sit down, and you're like, oh,
relax.
And then food.
Yeah.
The one thing they never really taught you about was healthy eating. As you can see, like you got a big variety of different things. You got French fries, burgers, salads, potato salads, iced teas. There's chocolate milk in the background there, Coca-Cola, diet, all that kind of stuff. Like they got a variety of like comfort food. The supply, the chefs do really, really well, and the kitchen staff as well. And when you're working out every single day like this, you're burning a ton of calories. So I guess that's maybe why they don't really care as much of what you consume, as long as it's in variation. But again, like you can't just come down for a snack. You have to come down for breakfast, come down for lunch, and come down for dinner, and that's it. You only have those 3 opportunities. Anything else than that, you're pretty much like confined to the barracks the entire time, unless you are now in your, I believe, like 9th or 10th week onward, and then you can come down to the PX and or the Canex, excuse me. PX is more for the Americans, friends out there, and buy those extra like little treats, things like that. Just don't get caught with it in your barracks, because you're gonna get penalized for that kind of stuff. So yeah, overall, I remember that Thursdays was always steak days, and it was always great in the CF. And yeah, sometimes it's just like the easiest thing you could ever do.
How's lunch today? What's for lunch?
Healthy. Salad.
Yep.
Had to go for the cheesecake.
Each day, I'm not sure if you know or not, we go upstairs, we make sure all our kit's properly laid out and everything is secure up in the shacks. Anyways, for the last, well, everyone we've done so far this course, there's always been lockers left open, kit left out on beds and whatever. This morning was the first one where they actually had everything locked away, but beds are still not being made. There's garbage everywhere upstairs, like left in garbage cans and stuff like that. It's just, they're not working together as a team, which is what I was talking about a little while ago, and that's why we're gonna try to instill a little bit of teamwork in them now here in a minute.
When I say go on your faces, go! Now, went upstairs this morning and did a security inspection like we always do. And you fucking people still haven't caught on. The fucking beds are the shits. There's still clothes and dryers. Garbage cans are fucking full of crap. Down. We just don't fucking tear your shit apart for the fucking sake of doing it. There's a fucking reason behind it. If your bed's torn apart when you go up there in the night, it's because it was the fucking shits when you left in the morning. Up. One. Even though there's no fucking inspection, you gotta fucking have your shit sorted out all the time. Down. This boils down to 2 fucking things. 1, the fucking section and course seniors aren't doing their jobs and making sure all you are. And 2, up, that the fucking rest of yous are blading the fucking seniors and not doing your fucking job. It's a lack of teamwork. We've been stressing it since fucking week 1. Down.
You can see why the culture is always swearing all the time, and it becomes kind of like part of the culture when you go through it. When you start seeing your civilian friends and you start coming on like on holidays, that kind of stuff, you got a potty mouth. That's just how it is. It took me years to kind of stop doing it. I'm still pretty bad around my 3 kids right now. Try my best to try not to do. It's emotional, right? And you're just like, you know, F this, F that. It's just like a quick response of kind of like the culture of like what you're kind of experiencing, and everyone kind of just nods and says, yeah, this is definitely, you know, BS. But yeah, it took a long time to kind of stop swearing in every single sentence, especially when you're in a management position in the civilian world, that kind of stuff, because it just doesn't fly. But here, it's okay. It's past. You're allowed to do it.
This fucking bullshit. Get the back straight. Get off the ground. Up.
3. Back straight. Back straight.
I'm after seeing it before. If you guys don't want to start working as a fucking team, fill out the fucking VR paperwork and get the fuck out of here. Down. Army's all about teamwork. Up. And it fucking starts here. You can't trust the people you're working with now. You'll never be able to do it. And people will never trust you. Down. They don't trust you when you go over places like overseas. People start dying. Up.
5.
Straight on the back, hack. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Get up. Course senior, I have 20 after 12. You have exactly 7 minutes for a break. You'll be back here formed up. On the break, go to the break area. Questions?
No, Mr.
All right, what?
Are we allowed to just drink from our canteens, Vice Corporal, instead of going to the break area?
No, you're going to the break area. Some people are at attention, some people are at ease. Make up your fucking mind, which is it? What, Campbell? Yes. All right, course, stand at ease. Attention! To your break, dismiss!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, left, right, left.
About halfway through week 1, I caught some foot infection somehow. I got no idea, and then I ended up missing some classes. I had to go to the hospital for IV treatment, and then I was fit for about a week or so before I got sent to PAT platoon, and kind of in between week 1 and 2 when I was all kind of angry, I guess you could say. I wanted to VR, and I guess it was from the stress from the infection, and then just getting broken into this new way of life. And then when I put in my VR, I had a conversation with the petty officer first class there, and kind of didn't really talk me out of it, but just kind of said, give it a chance, and that I hadn't really experienced the CF, and that it gets a lot better after this. It's not all hardcore marching and getting yelled at all the time, unless you deserve it. But yeah, just hopefully sometime in the new year I'll be starting my new course, so maybe I'll be getting out of here before summer, hopefully.
So PAT platoon basically is for the people who get physically injured. Anybody who got injured on course is on there, and they're waiting for their next reshuffle of the next opportunity to continue on their training. And it's not really a place where you want to be. There's a lot of people there who unfortunately try to make a career out of it, where they just stay there for weeks and weeks and weeks, months and months and months. I've heard of people staying there, trying to stay there for about a year. And to me, that's the kind of people you just need to get out of the military, because they're just a drain on the system. They don't care. They just want the taxpayers to feed them, clothe them, and that kind of stuff. It's time to get them out of there. A real wake-up call of real life. And yeah, there's no place for it. VR, in case you don't know what that means, that's a voluntary release. There's an episode 1 or 2 ago where he kind of was in there, and I think it was one of the warrant officers was trying to convince him to not do it. They do kind of push you to VR in the beginning because they're trying to play with your emotions. If you really had enough and you really want to leave, of course you could, but you got to remember that you're under a contract. You're under a 3-year contract. I was under a 5-year contract as a combat engineer, and yeah, they spend so much money on training you and that kind of stuff that they want to keep you, because you're their investment for the Canadian Armed Forces. But in this early stages, when they're not spending so much money on you, and you're only week 2 or week 3, and you really are basically a shit pump is what they call it, they rather just get rid of you. But majority of the time, they're going to try to encourage and challenge you to stay and continue on your journey with the career.
block in there now.
Now I'm dating myself. So this video obviously is about 10 years old plus. You can see he has a Polaroid with him. I had a Polaroid as well. It's provided by the Canex. You purchase that thing, you wind it up, you take your picture. It's always blurry. The lighting there sucks, so you never get a really good photo. I remember once I did develop everything was garbage. It was like, it wasn't great pictures of the tanks or the artillery or the boats, but it was a great experience to actually visit the museum of all the different gear that our veterans actually had to use in World War I and World War II, and Bosnia War and Korea War. And just looking out of the armory, it's really fascinating to me. I do love taking this kind of stuff, looking at this kind of stuff in the history. But yeah, Polaroids, guys, it doesn't exist anymore. It's very hard to find them. And luckily today, we all got our smartphones. So
That's so awesome.
A rubber track. Excellent tour. If you guys ever get a chance to come to the War Museum, please do so, because you'll see a lot of history here, and you'll guaranteed it's worth every cent.
Yeah, I've never been on it. I seen downtown. It was pretty crazy looking.
Yeah.
All of the old buildings. Wow, that was cool.
It's good to be here at this War Museum. It's really exciting. I love all this whole stuff. I love museums anyway, so this is something great experience for me.
What I've seen so far is a lot of tanks. What really stood out in my mind is the UN vehicle, the one that's all full of bullet holes, and how the two peacekeepers actually came out alive. And you look at the vehicle and you just have to shake your head, because you're like, how could two guys walk away from a vehicle that's full of bullet holes? But it's interesting to see the history in the place, and I can't wait to see the rest.
I haven't found the boats yet. I want to see some boats. I like boats.
Here's your boat. That's a boat.
It's not the boat I had in mind, sorry.
Well, that's a boat. It floats. Look at this. It has its own propeller.
It's awesome.
It's interesting. Amazing. Yeah, it really is.
Hitler's car right there,
Is that Hitler's car?
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, no, it is.
Really?
Yeah, that's Hitler's limousine.
To actually get out and come here and, I guess, reposition yourself again as to why you're there in the first place puts it more in perspective again. You know, as to, you know, your own personal reasons why you joined in the first place.
Well, guys, hopefully you guys liked that last episode there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely. Thank you to all of you who've been with me from the very beginning. It's very humbling to see the comments down below. It's a lot of fun of getting experience from veterans as well as people who are brand new and just starting off in the Canadian Armed Forces as well. Got a lot of people who are very nervous and they're on their way. But just give you a little bit of encouragement, guys. Keep your head down. Keep on working through it. You're going to be doing really, really well. You're going to do your country a service. So thank you very much for serving. And guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.